We are live. Hi, friends.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
We were just having a lovely conversation about how basketball sucks. And I mean, honestly, are any of our teams any good?
Mine
Mine's
is.
out. My season's over. Thank God.
A&M is like holding on to that shred of hope that other people around us will lose. But like,
Yeah.
I sit here and I'm like, but they haven't earned it. So why do we
Yep.
want them in so badly when they haven't earned it? And people are like, well, in 2020, we should have gone to the playoffs. And yeah, but they earned that. They were good. This team is not good. There's a difference.
And the only reason that 2020 team should have went to the playoffs is because you guys cheated.
Oh, okay.
I will not elaborate.
I will not elaborate.
I
And
will
I will.
not elaborate. Okay.
Football season's behind us. We're COVID's behind us for the most part. It's basketball and baseball time,
And softball.
and softball, and track and field, and
Ethan
golf.
will never get over the fact that we had too many people. Apparently, according to him, we had too many people in the stands during the Florida.
According to me,
Oh yeah.
According to
it definitely wasn't the actual attendance numbers that were significantly higher than everybody else, and they were all
Yeah.
behind our bench. And then our entire team got COVID. And then we had to make up the game against LSU at the end of the year, which resulted in the cleat eat. Yeah.
Cleat yeet. Yes, because the fact that you had to reschedule the game is why Broski decided that he was gonna adjust.
Eat the
Like,
cleat.
Had we played that game, so this is what happened. You done got me all wound up, so now I got to go. Lewis Seen had the dirtiest damn hit on Cal Pitts and knocked him out because he gave him a concussion, got ejected for targeting. Because of that, Kyle Pitts wasn't playing in the LSU game, which then allowed them to stick around to actually make the cleat eat relevant. Had we not had to reschedule that game because Texas A&M gave our whole team COVID, then Kyle Pitts is on the field. We blow them out because we have the best player in the country, and we go to the playoffs instead. But that's the whole coach ago. Not salty at all about it.
that's a whole coach ago. Yikes. It's okay. All I've seen on Twitter right now is Nebraska fans making fun of us because we have Mike Elko, and they're like, you could have had Matt Rule or any of these other guys. And we're like, but what? What? Like, what are you trying to prove here? You've lost your athletic director. You're not good at anything but women's basketball, or women's volleyball. Like, what are you trying to prove here?
I don't get the love for Matt Rule, but
I don't either.
I don't either.
I mean, he's solid. He's not a bad coach or anything, but people, I don't get it.
I don't know. I love Mike Elko. I think that he's going to be great for this team because he actually gives a shit. Because I really think that after they gave Jimbo that extension, he was like, "What the fuck do I care?"
Hell, they didn't need to give an extension. He was already fully guaranteed.
They said, "I'm already getting paid everything, no matter what. So why do I care?"
My camera's having issues tonight.
No, we get a real close with Ethan's face. All right, so we'll get this out of the way. Ethan's team is going to lose to A&M in baseball this weekend, and
More likely than not.
Ryan Prager is going to eat your offense for lunch.
Okay, we'll see. I promise you, the one thing I'm not worried about is our offense. Maybe you'll eat our pitching up. I don't know. I can't make any promises about that. But if it becomes a slugfest, I like our chances.
I don't know. Braden Montgomery says hi. Jace Lovelett says hi.
Okay, well, we'll see. Kate Curlin and Jack Caglianone have a lot to say about that too.
I'm sorry. Jace hit a 470-foot home run on Tuesday, and I'm still coming down from it.
First time?
No. No.
If you were a Florida fan, you'd get to see that happen like once a week.
Oh, okay.
Florida is a fraudulent baseball team.
Fair.
You know, as I was watching that FSU game, I was thinking of you, Sydney, because I'm like, damn
Were you
it.
thinking, man, this is a fraudulent baseball team I'm watching?
Every
Just like Sydney said. She
game
was
I
right.
watch,
Crazy.
the more I watch, the more I realize that Sydney may be onto something.
Yeah, they're going to sweep A&M, so don't worry about it.
Well, A&M sucks. That's the thing. Is like it's not necessarily that I think Florida's a great team. I just think we're better than A&M.
I haven't watched any of A&M.
I haven't
know they
either.
have really good pitching.
I'm just refused to admit that they're better than us.
So if we sweep you, then what?
I will publicly make a bet with you that you will not sweep us. I will do whatever you tell me to do if you sweep us.
Oh my god. That's
We
a lot of.
I think you should make that bet.
I mean, I'm offering it up, Shelby. Your ball's in your court.
No, I'm here for it. I just don't even know what I would ask you to do. I don't even know.
We'll have to brainstorm.
I don't really think. I honestly don't think it'll be a sweep. I don't, but I do think.
I think it could be.
It could be, but I don't think. I think we'll win 2 out of 3 at least.
Mm-hmm.
We'll win Friday and Sunday. Saturday is questionable.
So you're gonna win against our 2 best pitchers, but the game against our true freshman pitcher, you're not sure about.
I'm not even talking about your pitchers. I'm talking about mine.
I mean, you
about your pitchers.
I mean, okay. Well, when Jack strikes out 15 Aggies, we'll revisit that take.
That's true. Jack Caglione is starting on Sunday, so that's true. That's something.
Meanwhile, the person who roots for the number 1 team in the land doesn't get to have these arguments because who are you all playing this weekend?
Missouri.
No, that's basketball. I was like, South Carolina? No.
Mizzou.
Oh well.
We got hit with the number 1, and I don't necessarily love that. It's a little bit of a curse.
Hey.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Some SEC baseball Twitter was like, A&M should be the number 1 team in the country because they're undefeated. And I was like, whoa, don't give us that. No, no.
I mean, I'm curious to know how many times a team has started conference play by facing the only 2 undefeated teams in the country. Right? Because like normally conference play starts 20 or so games in, and I think we're 16 in, at least Florida has 16. FSU and Texas A&M are the only 2 undefeated teams in the country, and we play them in 1 week. I wonder how many times that's actually happened.
I don't know, but it's interesting.
And we got robbed, by the way.
How did you get robbed? I need to hear this.
When you get a chance, when you get a moment, go back and look up the hit by pitch decision against Cade Curlin in the 8th inning, where we had 2 men on base, 2 outs. It was a 1-2 count. He gets hit by a pitch on his elbow. The ump rules that he leaned into it when he's already running to first base, gives him the 3rd strike, and ends the inning. They review it and confirm it. And you're looking at it, and like literally you see him, he's in his state, he goes to swing and then tries to get out of the way, and it like clips his elbow guard. And then they say he leaned into it. End of the inning, momentum killed, everything done. 9th inning comes around, Ty Evans hits a 2-run home run. So it pushes it to 4 runs, right? I get that that's a bit of a big discrepancy. Sure, it's not guaranteed. That call was absolute horseshit. And it absolutely changed the entire trajectory of the rest of that game.
It was 2 outs, though.
2 outs with 2 on? It would have been bases loaded with 2 outs with fucking Jack Caglione coming to the plate.
Okay, see, that part you left out.
That's a pretty important piece. Yeah, fair. But that changes everything, right? Like, that's a pretty big swing, especially in a game like that. But
like
really, they jumped on us early. Cade Curlin hit a grand slam to make it 7-5 and shift momentum back in our favor. Next inning, they put up 3 runs, put it back to 10-5. And then you're just like, shit. Like, we finally get things going at the plate. We're finally getting momentum going again. And then, boom, pitching sabotages us once again by giving up 3 runs.
All I know is on Tuesday night, I was watching A&M play Sam Houston. And it was like the 8th, and the guy comes up and they're talking about how great he is. And I said, well, at least the worst he could do is tie the game. What does he do? One pitch later, hits the home run, ties the game.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I was keeping up with that.
okay.
Yeah.
Then they walked in the winning run. I was like, cool. Called that too. That was like, that would be fun if they just handed us the win on a silver platter.
Sam Houston's a good little team.
They are, and they always are. Usually
Yeah.
we play them at the end of the season when we've already locked up where we're going to be in the tournament.
Yeah.
I'm still here. I'm just trying to figure out a way to fix my camera so it stops driving me crazy because I can't stop looking at it and it's bugging the hell out of me.
Like, I forgot what I was saying about it. Damn it, Ethan!
You were talking about Sam Houston walking home the winning run, and Sydney said they're a good little ball team.
Yeah,
and then I said I'm fixing my camera.
Sam Houston at the end of the season where we've already locked up our NCAA tournament spot, and we're like, and they win because we're like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
You can have it. Congratulations. But now it mattered.
When you're one of the only undefeated teams in the country.
It matters.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, okay, we're going to play this. And of course, now the last 2 games, our bullpen has been a little suspect. And I'm like, guys, what are we doing here? What happened to dominate the zone? Like, come on now. I felt so bad on Sunday for Shane Sadeo. He has been so good all season and then just shit the bed on Sunday. And his face was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm like, oh, poor guy. It's okay. It happens. It happens. Bad days happen. Hopefully they don't happen this weekend because
it's going to happen. You're going to have 3 very bad days, Shelby. I hate to break it to you.
Let's see. Okay, where is the pitching matchup list? There we go. Because I sent it to them. Okay. Oh, okay. It reopened. Ryan Prager, 4-0, 0.00 ERA. Your pitcher is 1-1 with almost an 8 ERA for Friday.
This is your Friday night guy?
The reason why he's our Friday night guy is because Jack DHs, right? He plays first base, he DHs, and then he pitches. So if you pitch him on Friday, you're basically ruining all of his endurance for the rest of the week or the weekend. That's fair. You put him on Sunday so that he can hit Friday and Saturday and then pitch on Sunday. But look at what Cade Fisher did in the College World Series and at the end of last year. Yeah, he's gotten off to a rough start. But look at what he did as a true freshman last year at the end of the year. And I would expect that we get much closer to that form than what we've seen from him so far. We've also really rotated the hell out of our pitchers. So, yes, everybody's ERA is pretty inflated because these guys are pitching like 2 innings.
I don't buy it.
Interesting.
And that's what else, solely to me, he deserves a little bit of the benefit of the doubt when it comes to these decisions because he's done this before to where early on in the year against these weaker opponents, he tends to try and get his young pitchers a bunch of reps. And then you get lit up because you got a true freshman coming in there and throwing junk right down the middle. And then by the end of the year, they've gotten 45, 50 innings, and then they actually contribute when it means something. So it's not great. I had high hopes for this team so far this year. The pitching, it looks very suspect, and that's going to be a lot to overcome. But ultimately, when we still have dudes, I mean, we still have a pretty solid rotation. I mean, it's just our bullpen, just like last year, it's going to be up and down all year.
All I know is that we have Braden Montgomery, who could be a weekend starter, but we don't need him to be. And that is an embarrassment of riches.
Yeah, I mean, people have been wanting to put Brandon Neely in the rotation, in the starting rotation. And I don't know, I'm kind of torn on it because he's one of the best closers in the country. but then also our starting rotation could use an influx of consistency. He got a little bit of work against FSU, but hopefully he gets to come in high leverage situations to close games out, because that's when he's at his best.
I still don't know who our closer is because we really haven't had to use one. So there's
Well, that's
that.
good for us.
We have a plethora.
You have a plethora of a lot of things.
True.
Including plays that did not win a World Series.
Oh, man.
Just one.
Just what?
How many World Series does Texas A&M have?
Hey.
Hold on, I'm Googling real quick.
1, leave me alone. 2, I just had to poke fun at Sydney.
Hmm.
So there.
You guys, this Wikipedia page looks like a lot like FSU's page.
Oh God, you're on Wikipedia now?
Yeah, you have a lot of appearances. You have some conference titles in there. I mean, you've even made it to the College World Series a bunch of times. It looks like something's missing, though.
I hate you so much.
I can't laugh.
So I follow actually a Texas fan on Twitter, and he quote tweeted the tweet that said A&M should be number 1 in the country, and he goes, "Who have they beaten?" Oh wait, I was like, I love this.
Do y'all do the thing with Texas where you play them throughout the year?
No, we only
Or is it just once? Okay.
It's just
There's
the meaningless midweek game unless they win, and then it matters.
yes, no, same. Yeah. That's pretty much what happened Tuesday night.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of our fans, oh, it's a meaningless game. But then if we win, yeah, it's like, fuck you, FSU. But no, we play FSU 2 more times. So I wasn't sure how y'all, because they were talking about like South Carolina and Clemson do the same thing to where they play like one midweek game in March, then one in April, and then one like at the end of April or whatever.
No, we'll play them for a full weekend series next season
Gotcha.
because they didn't want to play us for a full weekend series.
I'm sure.
Because they're still bitter about it.
I love how in Shelbie's stories it's always Texas running from Texas A&M.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like it's both sides. Like they didn't want to play us right when we left, and then we scheduled other people, and then they're like, "Oh, we can play you," and we're like, "Okay, but you didn't want to, and now you want to. You got to make up your mind here. You got to make a choice." But all I know is that there are tickets to that A&M Texas football game in November that are like $700, and that's the low.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
That's the low end. And I was like, I wanted to go, but like I can't. I just can't. I can't justify spending a third of my paycheck on a football ticket. Just can't do it.
No.
And of course, my sister's graduating early because if she wasn't, she'd get one more football season.
Mm-hmm.
But here we are.
Alas.
Mom said, we're going to coach's night this year and maybe I'll win Texas tickets.
There you go.
And I said, okay, if you win Texas tickets and you take Lauren, we're going to fight. Like, we're going to actually have a fight.
My mom has never been to a Florida game, and so I doubt she's watching this. So I'm going to surprise her with tickets, probably to like the Samford game or something.
Yeah.
And take her to a game, just something cheap and kind of chill. Because honestly, after the Arkansas game, like I went to the Missouri game in 2022, and that was just an ugly game. And then I kind of was reminded of why I've always liked watching the games from home, and it's because my eyesight is terrible, and when unless I'm like on the field, I can't see what the hell's going on. But then for the Arkansas game, me and Dargan got really good tickets, and so like we were like field level end zone, and I've just been like reliving it in my head. So I'm gonna get those kinds of tickets for a while, which they're against a team like Stanford, it'll be pretty cheap.
Are we doing A&M Florida this year?
I'd like to. You gotta let me know.
Hey, I told you I'm in.
All right, well, let's look at tickets.
I'm in. Because why not? Why not?
Let's try round 3. Let's see if this stupid thing will stay.
I thought we were still talking about A&M Florida. And I was like, wait a second.
Yeah, I thought so too.
No, I thought I had it fixed, and then I looked up, and my screen was like this, and I'm like, sorry, I'm OCD, and I can't stop looking at myself in the screen. So
All Ethan cares about is himself.
yeah.
That's all it is. Okay. I'm trying to close this pitching thing. There we go. All right. So let's see other matchups. Georgia plays Kentucky. And I don't give a shit about either of them.
Yeah, go Dogs. That's all I got.
Tennessee and Alabama could be good.
Yeah, I think that'll be a good one. Alabama has a new coach and all that, but I haven't paid attention to them like at all.
I haven't either. I don't like Alabama, so I choose not to pay attention to them.
Yeah, that's fair.
I just don't. I don't like it.
Tennessee's still pretty good though, so.
Yes. Vanderbilt did my favorite thing, and they beat Texas after Texas was up like 11-3 or some shit.
Oh, nice.
So, because the only reason I know this is because my Texas fan friend tweeted, "I want apologies from everyone that said we were bad." And then the next time I looked, it was 11-11.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, this aged like milk, friend. Like, super yikes. And he's like, well, it doesn't even matter. And I was like, okay. Remember, that's the team you're going to be competing with in the SEC next year. So it does, in fact, matter. I hate to tell you that it does, in fact, matter. But Vanderbilt and Auburn. I don't know anything about Auburn.
Me either.
LSU will kill Mississippi State.
Yeah, they will. LSU needs to switch their Sunday guy to their midweek freshman, but other than that, yeah. They will kill them.
And it's going to be funny.
That'll be a sweep unless Sunday guy ruins it. Thatcher Hurd.
I really think Mississippi State sold their soul for that title, and now they're just paying for it.
They absolutely did that.
Like, they're just paying for it.
Yeah.
I mean, Ole Miss did the same thing a year later, didn't they?
True.
Just getting hot at the very end of the year and then just winning a title.
Yeah. Getting hot in Omaha.
Yep.
It's the best time to get hot.
That's true.
That's one of the beautiful things about baseball and basketball is like you can be pretty average all year long, and then if it all comes together at the right time, you can just win a title.
Sure. I don't trust A&M basketball to do that, like, at all. So, there's that. Okay, I looked up, and they're showing Solomon Washington and Manny Obaseki smacking their chests. So apparently we're doing well.
Yeah. Y'all are I think y'all are like 15.
Like, it was like a slow zoom in on Manny Obaseki going. And I was like, all right. We don't need that. Especially because he hasn't done much. He's been good as of late, but like throughout the season, we've been like, why are you playing?
Yeah.
Between him and Hayden Hefner, oh my God. If Hayden Hefner sees more than like 5 minutes, I'm going to scream. Literally, like, we'll be up by 15, they'll put him in, and we'll be down by 5. But I'm like, what just happened here? Oh, you put in the little white boy. Got it.
So it looks like you'll have a rematch with Kentucky next round.
I'm here for that. I think that could be fun.
Possibly.
Possibly not for me. But I mean, unless we blow it, which is completely possible. We're only up by 11, so.
There's plenty of time left.
Oh,
That
now-
one dude from Ole Miss, so that Vanover kid that used to play for
Connor?
yeah,
Yeah.
him and that one dude from
Mizzou.
Ole Miss. He plays for Mizzou now, yeah, but then there's a guy that plays for Ole Miss that's like 7'6", and I think that he's like the NCAA leader, like the active NCAA leader in blocks as like a redshirt sophomore or like a junior. Like he's played like 2 full seasons fewer than everybody else that's like in the top 5, but
Yeah.
he still has like 100 more blocks than them. That dude was a
yeah,
pain.
what happens when you're that big?
Yeah. We have the world's tallest teenager will be playing basketball for Florida next season.
And how tall?
Olivier Rioux. He is 7'7".
I'm so here for it. Can't wait.
Yes. He is gigantic. He plays for IMG right now, and he's coming as a
course he does.
walk-on.
Of course he does. All I know is that we need a picture of him and the really, really big kid from TCU. Because that's just fun. Like, I remember seeing his picture come up on Twitter, and I was like, there's no way that child is that large. There's just no way.
You know, in football or basketball?
Football.
Him and Des Watson, and then there was that one kid from Minnesota, I believe, is where he played. Daniel, he's in the NFL now, but Daniel Falele, I think is his name.
Something like that.
And he was like 6'9", like 440 pounds. A lot of dude.
I'm really confused. So I'm looking at the SEC baseball schedule, and it just says Auburn versus Vanderbilt for Friday. But then if you scroll down for Saturday, it's number 18 Auburn versus number 9 Vanderbilt. I'm like, so are they not ranked on Friday?
Yeah, I noticed that.
They're on Friday, no one's ranked, guys. Just Saturday. It's just like that makes no sense, but all right. Let's see. Softball. Who's off to a good start?
LSU.
Well, yes. And they beat
LSU.
them. I remember, like, I was getting my hair done, and I was following the game, and I was like, "Ooh, they're already up 5-0. It's a good day.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
What a time to be alive."
And then, but it was also fun because like Texas wasn't dead.
No,
They
they're
made
not.
it. They made it fun.
But you put that number 1 by Texas, and they freak out.
Yeah.
They don't know how to handle it, which is great. I can't tell if Ethan's frozen.
I know, I'm confused. I'm sorry. I pulled up the softball standings, and Florida right now is 22-4, but we're 9-1 at home, 9-3 on the road, and 4-1 in neutral.
5 losses.
Yeah, so I was looking at this, and I'm like, how does this happen? Like, what? How are they?
I see that.
So, like, I was like squinting at the standings, trying to figure it out, very contemplatively.
I think it's that somewhere something is wrong.
Yes, I was thinking maybe they counted a neutral game where you're listed as home and road, and it caused it to double dip, but I didn't know.
Not too sure on that one.
That's weird. I'm actually kind of shook that A&M swept South Carolina. Like,
yeah.
I didn't know what to do with that. I'm still mad at them because Brooke Vestal was throwing a no-hitter, and then they took her out, and Emily Kennedy promptly gave up a hit. Like, we still won the game, but like I was like, why? Why
That'll
you
be
do
a good series with Mississippi State this weekend.
I'm really excited about that. Are we at Mississippi State?
I think so.
Yeah.
We are at Auburn, which will be fun. Brie Ellis making her return to Auburn.
Bree Warren was at A&M, and apparently, according to Shelbie, was asked to leave. And she went to South Carolina.
Yeah.
And she had one app. She came in during the second game, I believe, and they cater. And the softball Twitter said "Welcome back" with the big capital K, and I was like, "Oh, that's just wrong. Y'all just mean.
That is mean.
Like, leave her alone. She was one of our
Yeah.
best players last year. Leave her alone." Though the only reason she played is because their third baseman got one of our girls slid into her, and she was trying to tag her, and so she's down here, and our girl that's sliding hit her in the face with her mask, and she was out. They were like, no, we're not doing that.
Nice.
I was like, okay, I feel bad now. Are you okay?
Who'd Florida play last week?
Alabama.
Okay.
Alabama.
Yeah, that's right.
Took
Alabama just beat
two out of
FSU.
3, and then Alabama turned around and beat FSU. So pretty good for us.
Yeah, that is
Makes
good.
you look good.
Does. Ole Miss sucks.
Love that.
Auburn's 1-2. I hope we stomp the hell out of them.
Yikes.
I hate Auburn softball.
I really don't understand how you root for different teams in different sports. Honestly, like I don't know how you could be an Arkansas football fan and then root for LSU basketball or softball.
Because I work for them.
I mean, yeah, that's a valid point. I guess that makes sense.
He
Yeah.
does one valid point.
Way to toe the company line there, Sydney.
Yeah.
Trust me, he still likes Arkansas softball. Trust me.
I love my Hogs. We just haven't played an SEC game yet. I was at the. Cannot deny my fandom for Razorback softball. I sat in the freezing cold rain for doubleheader Friday night, and then the freezing cold again on Saturday night. But the rain was brutal.
I sat in the air conditioned of Globe Life Field all weekend when we played at Globe Life. That doesn't count as hardcore, but it was fun.
Yeah.
Shelby, I'm not sure if you're still looking, but right now it is currently 61-58 with 2 minutes left.
I just looked up and saw that. Yeah.
Oh my god!
I told you.
I gotta screenshot this. Sydney, I have a new meme for you. Hold on. I have a feeling you'll see this on the interwebs soon.
On the interwebs?
Oh, is it not gonna let me do it? Oh, stupid technology. Hold on. Stand by, team. Keep going. Keep doing your things. Let me work some magic on the back end.
Oh goodness.
Hulu, whenever you pull up the snipping tool, it blacks it out.
Oh no.
Boo technology.
Now the basketball team is hugging. Okay, this is weird. Y'all are weird. Oh, it's because Boots was fouled. Okay. I was like, why are we hugging? I don't understand. The game is not over. What are we doing? Boots Radford. He is the only one that I will miss. Like out of that senior class, I haven't really paid enough attention to know the other two that much. Because they're like transfers.
Yeah.
That have only played one season. But Boots has given us his everything. And I'm sad. Because he probably won't make the NBA. So it's okay. I think A&M doesn't even have that many basketball players in the NBA. I think we have 3, 4?
Who's the best A&M basketball player in the NBA?
That's hard. So is it Caruso or is it
I forgot about Caruso.
And Robert Williams? I miss Robert Williams. Good times. Okay. I don't know if y'all saw, but at Globe Life, Braden Montgomery hit a 3-run home run in the first inning against Arizona State. Their pitcher then proceeded to hit him with a pitch, first pitch, next 2 times he comes up. First time, Braden's obviously upset, but he doesn't do anything. He takes his walk to first base. Second time, he gets hit in the head, like right here. And he like almost charged the mound. And then Jace is like holding him back.
Yeah, I would.
Boss went up and basically said, look, I can let Braden kick his ass, or we can do this the nice way. I was like, I love this. Stay forever, please. Like, dear God, just stay forever. I had to explain to somebody that Braden Montgomery is not going to be staying after this year. Because they're like, we'll have him next year. I said, no, we'll have Jace. Only because he's not draft eligible yet. But Braden's gone. Sorry. I'm sorry about you. But he is gone. So is Hayden Schott. And I quite enjoy Hayden Schott. Sydney has seen him. So I'm sure Sydney's seen his tweets because I retweet them all the time.
I gotta go watch the weather in a minute.
Oh, is the weather getting bad there?
Yeah,
Yikes.
it is.
It's supposed to get bad here. It's gotten bad about 30 minutes from me in Frisco and Little Elm.
I hate bad weather.
But it's
Yeah, there's a nader on the ground like 40 minutes away.
a nader.
A nader. I hate nader season.
Yeah, we had a damn tornado come through like a mile and a half from my house last month. And I didn't even know about it. I didn't even know. Literally, I knew it was bad weather, and I woke up the next morning and like they had canceled school. And like I was watching the news, and they're like, "Oh yeah, tornado touchdown here," and like me and my wife were just like, "Holy shit, that's like right down the road from our house. How did we not know anything about this?" Thank God that, like, I woke up in the middle of the night and like heard the weather, and I was like, oh, "Okay, I'll go back to sleep." And then I wake up and I'm like, "Wow, I'm glad that I woke up and was kind of aware for the worst part of it, and then went back to sleep when it kind of passed over us." I hate bad weather. I used to have a dog. He was my thunder buddy. He was like 100-pound yellow lab, and when it would rain, he would literally climb in the bed with me in the middle of the night.
Oh.
And he had like a gimp leg because he got hit by a car, so he had like a metal rod in his leg, and it was so pitiful watching him because he couldn't jump, so he would like climb up. Yeah, but he's my buddy. R.I.P.
Oh.
All dogs go to heaven.
I have to take the kitty cats to the vet next week because Taz has a heart murmur. So I have to get him regularly checked out just to make sure everything's functioning okay. And I'm just going to take the other one with me because might as well. So we're going to have a Saturday adventure to the vet next week.
Fun times.
Can't this weekend because I'll be watching A&M beat Florida.
All right, I gotta go see what's going on.
All right, friend.
I did just real quick. I did see this tweet. I'll share it with you in the chat. But it says SEC basketball tournament is just a place for everyone in the South to come together and talk about the upcoming football season. And I feel like that's about how this podcast has gone down.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens.
We can't help it. We love it too much.
All right, we've got 56.7 left, and Wade's shooting free throws, and we're up 8. So maybe,
Yeah, you know that normally
that's normally
ends
safe.
well.
I don't know. You know, that's like it's a normal safe thing, but I also don't trust them. Now we're up by 9. 69-60. Nice. Nice. All right. What else? Did you have any other comments you want to make about your lack of a good baseball team?
So we're gonna sweep the Aggies. They're gonna be the Saddies this weekend. we are going to sweep the season series against Georgia with a win tonight, which will make the $1 to $1.5 million that Georgia paid the University of Florida for Mike White. Now, I don't know if you remember this, Shelby, but everybody wanted Mike White fired. Mike White was 100% going to get fired that offseason. And rather than waiting for us to fire Mike White and have to pay him a buyout, Georgia actually paid us $1 million to be able to hire Mike White as our coach, avoided all of his buyout, and made $1 million off of it. Turned around, hired Todd Golden, and now Todd Golden so far is undefeated against Mike White and has a chance to knock him out of the tourney tonight.
Love that.
Yes.
Georgia can't have nice things because they already had nice things in football season. So therefore, they don't get any more nice things.
They're a one-thing school.
Therefore, and by that logic, A&M will win this weekend because we don't have nice things.
I mean, it's a good point. I mean, that you have a compelling argument there, but it's not going to happen. Much like in, I wish y'all were good enough to actually make the dance so that maybe we could rematch. Because I want to avenge that 1-point loss that was robbery.
Oh, because Tyrese Radford played when he shouldn't have?
Yes.
Terrorism.
It is. I mean, it's just a persistent pattern. At this point, I don't know what else to even say about it. It's ridiculous. And hopefully Greg Sankey steps in soon.
Okay.
If not Greg Sankey, then Anthony Fauci. Like, somebody has to step in and do something about this.
Good Lord.
We're gonna get delisted or something because I said the F word. Uh-oh. We're gonna get canceled by the Twitter mob because I said the good doctor's name.
How dare you? We said uh-oh, and my cat turned and looked at me like, the fuck? What are you doing? Oh, goodness. Okay, now we're only up by 6, and I don't like that.
Make your free throws.
41.9.
I swear to God, Shelby, if y'all manage to let Ole Miss come back and tie this game to go to overtime and delay the start of my basketball game, I'm gonna make new jokes. I'm gonna be even more pissed because now, yes,
maybe
I will
have to tie then because God, I need you to have new jokes.
See, just for that, I'm gonna combine the new joke with the old joke.
Oh, good Lord.
See, I used to give Dargan hell for that because I felt like really the entire 2022 season, every game that we played, Arkansas, at least 5 times in 2022, Arkansas played the game right before us. And every single time it ran long. And then I'm like having to flip to ESPN Plus or ESPNU or whatever to try and watch the start of the game because Arkansas would always clog up the network.
It's all Arkansas's fault.
There you
and
go.
Now we don't have to worry about KJ Jefferson and him diving for the goal line from 5 yards
I
out.
do, though. I do, because we play UCF next year.
Then you want him to dive for the goal line from 5 yards out. It's okay. I can take it. I'm long.
After 2012, watching a player dive for the goal line from the 5-yard line, I still have PTSD. That's honestly, Jordan Reed against Georgia in 2012 did that to where he tried to jump from like the 5-yard line for the goal and stretched the ball out, right? And then Jarvis Jones literally just runs over and it's just like, boink, and the ball just pops out, and then Georgia recovers the ball. That's probably one of the most heartbreaking moments that I've had as a Florida fan.
See, Arkansas fans will have you believe that the one time they beat us was the worst moments for A&M, and I'm like, okay, even a blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while. First of all.
It's true.
Second of all, we were real bad the year y'all beat us. Real bad. So, Like, congratulations. So did everybody else. Do you want a gold star? I used to have them. They said you tried. I had stickers that little gold stars say you tried.
Oh,
I
well,
would.
you're an elementary school teacher. That makes a lot more sense. It's just being a smart ass whenever I hand them out.
I put them on my exam days in college. Which once I got to junior and senior year didn't really exist because I was a journalism major and we don't do exams. Like we just write stories and that's our final.
Yeah, one of my roommates in college was a journalism major, and so when I was in college, I had 3 roommates. One was a finance major. Me and one of the other ones were microbiology majors, and then the fourth one was a journalism major. And so around finals times, we would just be all like cramming, and like the 3 of us would be like stressing, and then like our buddy, he would come out of his room all decked out and stuff, and we were like, "What are you doing? Don't you have a final tomorrow?" "Yeah, I'm gonna go watch the baseball game. My final is to write a report on the baseball game." And we just be like, "You motherfucker!" Like, I'm learning about cytokinase, and like my buddy's over here doing calculus, and you're going to a baseball game for your final. Get out of here.
Yeah, I had to break it to a teacher that I work with because she saw my Aggie ring and she said, "Oh, did you majored in education at A&M?" And I was like, "No, no, I'm not using my A&M degree at all, like at all." Okay, we are only up by 5 with 28.6, and that scares me. I don't know whose ball it is though. Oh,
Pretty sure Ole Miss is shooting a free throw.
Obaski is out. Wade Taylor has 4 fouls. Why, Manny? Why are you even in the huddle, bro? Like, honest to God, they're huddling, and he's like listening intently, and I'm like, bro, you fouled out. Why are you in the huddle? You're not helping. Oh God, Hayden Hefner's on the court. Fuck my life.
All right. Well, I'm going to go and get something to drink before our game starts. Hopefully, it doesn't get delayed by this disgusting, ugly basketball being played between these two disgusting, ugly
Literally
teams.
a mid-off. This is the 2 middle teams in the SEC.
Okay, so Ole Miss and Tennessee are the only teams that like actually handled us, right? Like that's one of the reasons why, even though our record isn't great, like it's not bad, but it's just not great. We lost to, like Wake Forest, Virginia, Baylor. We've some of our losses have been against really good teams, and then they've all been close. Ole Miss was close until like 15 minutes left in the game, and then it just turned in. It was like the craziest thing. It was like a 3-point game, and then you turn around and Ole Miss was up like 14 points in like 2 minutes, and you're like, "What the fuck happened?" Like, and what it was like all of our bigs got in foul trouble.
Yep.
And so then like they just started pounding us, and like we just couldn't even stop. We couldn't get rebounds. Oh, that's game.
Yeah, 75-68 with 19.2. I'm gonna take it.
All right, Shelby. Well, send your energy. Gator Nation needs your energy. I was rooting for you tonight.
So we won't be rooting for me tomorrow, though.
Against Kentucky? Yeah, I'll be rooting for you.
I mean, in baseball, honey.
Well, obviously not, Shelby.
I mean, sometimes you could be nice.
I mean, I just said I was being nice. I rooted for you in basketball. I can't root against my own team.
Okay, I guess. All right. We'll see y'all next week because Ethan's gonna have to eat his words. So we're gonna have to talk next week.
Nah, we'll see.
Thanks and gig 'em, y'all. He did the gig 'em. I'm gonna hold him to that.
I had to teach you what the giga meant, Shelby.
No, you didn't.
Yes, we have it on. We did it on air. We have video. We did it on air. We have video proof. You can't gaslight me like that.
All right. Peace.